Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hey over there, neighbor. Look at the feet.
I know, but they need to
Look at the feet. Oh. In front. The first time I've ever gotten on a plane and had room for my legs. Look at this. The knees don't touch anything. I've got a bag down in the foot area. This thing makes a bed. I got a whole bag of pillow and blankets here to sleep underneath. They got some type of a vanity kit that's got a toothbrush. I'm not sure what that. Some type of lotion, moisturizer. They got an eye cover. I think those are ear plugs and a cardboard pencil. It says cardboard pencil. I've got slippers, bottle of water, headphones, sparkling wine. A pretty large screen here, and my woman right over here.
With my humble toothbrush.
Look at this. There's a remote control for everything. Remote control for the TV. That is funny. Because it's so far to reach up to the TV. Oh. Hey over there. Leaning back in my lie flat seat. We're at Motel One in Amsterdam, and this is a view out of one window anyway. And we're going to breakfast. That's way down there. So here's my breakfast this morning. Here's what Lori's having. I can't find the biscuits and gravy. Maybe they'll be out tomorrow. We made it. We're in Amsterdam. This is, I guess, day 3 since we left on a Thursday, and this is Saturday. So let me show you our room. We have a corner room in Motel One. Single bed. It's a very nice, clean room, very modern room. And because it's a corner room, we have 2 windows looking out over the city. Motel One is in the south part of Amsterdam. There's another one that's downtown Amsterdam, and that's the one that I thought that I was reserving, but apparently not. This is where we wound up. But it doesn't matter. Staying in downtown Amsterdam, we thought that maybe we could walk to everything and not deal with public transportation. But it turns out that you really have to use transportation to get anywhere. So being in the southern part of Amsterdam versus downtown doesn't matter, because we're going to use public transportation anyway to get around. And let me tell you, once in your life, pay a little extra to go business class. Coming over, it was wonderful. We had lie flat seats on Delta for the 8-hour flight. And yeah, they're not like a bed. They could have been more comfortable because it's still a little snug, but you could stretch out completely. And I slept a little bit. Lori slept a little. But it was very, very nice having the seats and so much room and not being cramped with our knees. Even on the second flight, it was only an hour and a half, and it was, I think, a 737, Boeing 737. And the plane was completely booked. But because we were in business class up front, we had lots of knee room. There was no bumping of our knees. And the middle seat was kept empty because it was business class. So I had an aisle seat, Lori had a window seat. And the center seat of all of these rows in business class were empty. And then the rest of the plane was completely jam-packed. So that was nice. And the food, yes, we got drinks, wine, very, very nice food. We had a dinner not long after we left RDU. And then over in the morning, when it would be about breakfast time for local Paris, we had very nice breakfast. And then we had like a box meal on the flight from Paris to Amsterdam. And another thing that worked for us for jet lag, we got here, we got in our motel about 3 o'clock. I immediately took a shower. We laid down Slept till about 7 o'clock. That's 4 hours. There's a 6-hour time difference. At 7 o'clock, we went out just across the street, had a couple of pizzas, walked around the block a time or two, came back, went to bed, say 9 o'clock. Slept all night long, and this morning it's about 8:30, and we feel like that we're over our jet lag and we're in sync with the local time. And that's something that's important. When we went to Alaska, I don't think we ever really got our bodies onto local time, and I think that's important for you to really enjoy the location where you are. Anyway, that worked for us. And another thing that's very nice about business class is the lounge. At RDU, after we had checked our luggage and got through security, we went to the lounge and sat there for a couple of hours, and everything's complimentary. The drinks again, the food, and it was nice food, and it's much quieter. The seats are much more comfortable, and so that was a nice perk of flying business class. You get into all the good places. One thing that worked well for us, and I had read about this, is if you want to get local currency, don't go to the money exchange. Just use your ATM card and get local currency, but call your bank first. When I called our credit union and inquired about using our ATM card, they said, sure, fine, but we'll make a note in your file that you're traveling, so we won't think that it's fraud. So that's just something to think about.
I think I want to hold on for half a second here before we go anywhere.
Okay, after some initial confusion, we thought that we needed to get on a bus, but Metro is the subway, what we would call a subway. So we almost got on a bus going to Germany, probably, for all I know, but they wouldn't let us on. Our tickets were no good on the bus, so that's good that our tickets were no good on the bus. Or like I said, we'd be going to Germany or Italy or something. But we good. Waiting on M52 Nord.
No, this one's south.
Yeah.
One's north.
Yep.
That's
Zoid. That's not our train. We can't get there from here. Here comes our stagecoach. M52 Nord. It's leaving us. We're not sure where we are in Amsterdam, but we found a canal. We're going through the Heineken experience, and this is on the way. The public transportation is crazy here. You got bicycles everywhere that you can rent. You have the above ground tram, the below ground metro, which is like a subway. You have buses, and the roads are crazy because they're, oh, here comes a boat, canal tour. It's saying the roads are crazy because you have roads for cars, roads for bicycles, crosswalks for pedestrians. So this is one of the top 5 places you're supposed to go to in Amsterdam. I don't know if we're going to go in there or not. We have other places like the Cat Museum we're going to go to, but we're going to walk underneath it. We're still at that museum that everyone's supposed to go to. This is on the back side, and they have gardens. Oh, someone's inside the fountain.
I do not want a reclining chair.
Oh! Come around.
Oh, up, up.
Into the sun. We'll step over here. Watch a bicyclist. Down the street. That is. We're headed that way. We got Lori to the flower market.
A lemon tree.
Bulbs everywhere. Bulbs, bulbs, and more bulbs.
Plants, vegetables.
This is just a small section of the whole street. Smoothie had a, I don't know what this thing's called. It's a croquette. No, it's a croquette inside. But it's the broad. It's that thing. It's supposed to be a very traditional Dutch sandwich. That thing, whatever it is, it's so good. I had to get another one. Makes up for no sausage gravy this morning. Here comes the tram. We're going to ride that puppy later today. So we are at the Dam Square. That's what this is called. I think it's the historical center or the cultural center or the traditional center of the city. Well, it looks pretty important, pretty special. I like symbol there. So we're headed out to dinner, someplace called Chippendales. That's the English version of the name anyway. Get some traditional Dutch food and drink.
Not male dancers.
No, not that place. That's on up the road a little bit. I'm sure glad that lady didn't let us on the bus this morning. She kept saying, but your ticket's only good for Amsterdam. And I'm like, well, that's where I am and that's where I want to go. She said, no, you got to go buy a ticket. And then we started asking questions like typical tourists, and the metro entrance was 15 feet away. A big hole in the ground with stairs. We didn't know where we were going. We didn't know that metro meant subway. And yesterday when we took our 4-hour nap, it was funny. Lori woke up at 7 o'clock, looked out the window and said, oh, a pretty sunrise, isn't it? It was 7 p.m. instead of 7 a.m. She got a little confused with the time change. And walking around here, you have to be very careful. There's lanes for everything. They got wiped out by a couple of bicycles today. That's the bicycle road there. This is our road here.
And sometimes they merge.
Yeah, here's another bicycle road going up through there. And you got traffic over there. Subway underneath us. The tram right over there too. Like this place. There's a road. Here's the trolley tracks. Another road. The bicycle track.
There's a bicycle track too.
Then here's some little road up through here that is a bicycle track and a road, and I don't know. I stay confused. Okay, I want to talk about the transportation app that you get here. It's called GVB, and I'll show you a picture of it in just a second. But you can buy a one-day ticket, and it covers the buses, the trams, the metro, which think of that as a subway, ferries, and then there's trains. We haven't even seen a train. I don't know anything about that.
We did out the window.
But you can restrict what type of transport you can take. I took that downtown Amsterdam, but then we came back on the tram, and we did that by telling it that we just want to do the tram, and I deselected everything else. But it's pretty neat. You just tap travel, you type in where you want to go, hit start, It then will tell you the departure times. So there's what the app looks like, GVB. I don't know what that stands for. When you want to buy a ticket, you just go to shop and you can get, see here, a 24-hour travel ticket. That's what we got. Or you get an hour or 48 hours, or you can pay for every transit individually. We just decided to get a 24-hour one and not worry about anything. So you purchase it and you can buy 2 tickets, one for you and your traveling companion, using one smartphone and app. So that's pretty neat. Go to My Tickets. So here's our 2 tickets. And when you get on and off the different transportation vehicles, you just scan a barcode. So I would do that for me and then hit next and scan that one for Lori. And you scan it getting on and off, because if you don't have the unlimited €9 per day, they have to know how to bill you. They bill you from the time you get on to the time you get off. So that's why it's important to scan getting on and off. Like I said, we're very tech savvy, but I've never been on public transportation in my life. But this app made it very easy. And it even brings up a map and shows you where you are and the different stops and the exact route that you take to get from point A to point B. So it's actually a very useful app, and we used it all day long. And once you do it a time or two and get accustomed to the public transit, there's no place you can't go in the city. Okay, I think we overdid it on food. These are cheese fingers using old cheese. This is some type of bread appetizer. I don't know what the 2 dips are. This is sweet potato fries with some type of mayo and Parmesan. And this is a traditional Dutch meal. Bitterball is what we call it in English. It's like minced up, well, it's pretty complicated how they make them, but it's basically minced meat and seasonings and onions and all kinds of stuff rolled into a ball and cooled until it solidifies, and then breaded. And are you gonna break one open for? Oh! It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot. Look at that. Don't that look good? I need to drag it in the mustard in the middle.
Ta-da!
And I had one earlier today. That's a similar thing. The what have we got?
Croquettes.
Croquettes is prepared in a similar way and looks similar, only it's oblong, like a sausage instead of a ball. Anyway, this stuff is good.
Like beef stew in a ball.
Okay. Just waiting on our taxi to take us to the passenger terminal where our ship awaits. Probably got there this morning about 7 o'clock, and they're frantically cleaning it, getting it ready for another batch of people.
Yes.
They're like planes, they don't sit idle long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow, it looks bigger than the other one we were on, actually.
I thought it was.
This looks, and it is a little bigger. But I'm saying it actually looks, look at all the supplies. These are all the supplies. We're going to eat some of that stuff right there.
Yep.
Look at it. Wow. That's fascinating to me, all the stuff it takes for a few days. We're in a room. I'm looking off the side of the ship. That is funny. There's whole pallets of just potatoes, whole pallets of carrots, onions, and who knows what else. Everything. Oh, there's beer, Corona beer, jars of pickles or something, cans of stuff. Wow. Like I said, this is the part that I find fascinating. All the logistics of running the ship. We're here for 2 weeks, but they will take on stuff at every port that we stop in. But we're here. This is our room. 8169 veranda room with a balcony. You get your bed, you get a desk, a couch that I think pulls out into a bed, so you can have more than 2 people in one of these rooms, like children or whatever. Our life jackets are up in that cabinet. There's a fridge behind one of these doors. There's lots of hanging room. And the bathroom is, what? We got our, yeah, that never fits me though.
Yes, it does.
Well, it comes above my knees usually, but I'll give it a try. But it looks like we have more closet space than we did on the New Amsterdam. Hard to say. Looks like we got plenty of space. Yep,
Oh.
there's a fridge.
But we don't have flippers this time.
Okay, a tour of the bathroom.
Oh, very much. Oh, no tub. That's the big difference. All shower.
I don't remember a tub before. Anyway, your basic throne. Yeah, it looks pretty. But there's room. There's room to get around the throne. A nice big shower.
step up.
Yeah, you have to step up to get in this thing, but I fit in the shower. Plenty of room around the throne. Enough area on the countertop to put your toothbrush down.
Makeup mirror.
Oh.
Blow dryer is in the desk over here.
Our home for 14 days. Nice. Thank you.
Oh my. Was this your doing?
Hey.
Oh, you smarty. Oh, you got me. Look at that thing.
I got you.
You got me big. It's gorgeous.
Happy anniversary, baby. I had you on my mind.
Oh, why you got me?
We're leaving 2 minutes from Amsterdam passenger terminal. Yeah, last year we didn't miss. We got it on it at the last minute. Leaving Amsterdam, 6 o'clock. Norway, here we come. It's 7:15 Amsterdam time, which is 1:15 North Carolina time. And we're still in Amsterdam, and I don't understand the name of the rivers or canals or whatever, but we're going west toward the Atlantic Ocean to the open ocean, and tomorrow's a sea day before we get to Norway. And we're going about 10 miles an hour. We have a barge racing us, well, 2 barges it looks like racing us, and a windmill, wind turbine. People over on the frontal road there are just waving at us. Wow, interesting. It's pretty neat. They got to see this like every week. Happy anniversary, baby. Got you on my mind. Okay, so I got pork, bread, baked potato.
Well, they do it family style on the vegetables. So
Okay, Lori got spinach and
baked potato and halibut.
baked potato, wine. Apparently, because Amsterdam is below sea level and the airport that we flew into, we just came through a lock. Now we were eating dinner, so I don't know if we came through multiple locks, but we came through one lock that raised us up, I guess, to the level of the Atlantic Ocean. And right over here, in a very few minutes, we will be out of the river sound. I'm not sure what you call it, but we will very shortly be in the open ocean, headed north to Norway.